I really don't know how to start this video. The time is currently like 1 AM in the morning, and I thought I'd film this because of all the stuff that's obviously gone on with James Charles. This video is all going to be about James Charles. I literally don't know how I feel about this. I wasn't gonna make this video. I had to speak to a couple people before making this video just so I don't get in trouble, etc, etc. The reason I'm making this is because I just wanna, I guess, just be more real with you guys. I've been through a lot of stuff this past year. It's so hard to like speak about, frick. In this video, I'm gonna basically be talking about my experience with James Charles. And I know like 99% of you watching right now probably don't believe that I have any sort of contact with James Charles, just because I've never once said about it in my video. I used to get a lot of tweets from you guys, and you were constantly asking me how James Charles was following me on Twitter and was following me on Instagram. And my reply to all of that was nothing. I never ever responded. I never liked tweets. Why would I boast about being friends with someone? I find that super weird. I don't feel like people with a following should be treated any differently to normal people. At the end of the day, everyone's breathing. Everyone's literally the same. Who cares if someone has more fame or is more successful? Like, that really doesn't mean shit to me. I'm not gonna judge someone on a couple of numbers. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I really don't want to chat shit in this video. I want to get straight to the point and why you're actually watching this video. I'm gonna be telling you guys a story about my experience with James Charles. I didn't want to make this video purely because I feel like once this is up, me and James are no longer gonna be friends. I honestly don't think I'm that bothered anymore. We weren't the closest of friends, but when I talk about this, it makes us seem more than friends, which is why I probably put dating in the title. Frick, this is so difficult. Okay, so let's throw it back to last year. Me and the Social Climbers, which are my friendship group, went down to LA for about 3 weeks. The reason we actually went to LA was for an event called VidCon. VidCon is a YouTube event that like tons of YouTubers go to. If you haven't heard of it, then I don't really know what you're doing or like who you are. Like, I don't know, I can't be asked to explain it. I ended up going to the after parties, and there was a couple, they were pretty lit. They were literally some of the best parties of my life, I am not gonna lie. I think just being around so many big YouTubers that I used to watch and like becoming friends with them was just amazing. I had such a freaking good time. I can't even express it enough. At the party, I obviously ended up speaking to James Charles, and this is where it gets weird. This is where like the story begins. The actual reason me and James ended up speaking was because he was constantly staring at me at this after party. Obviously, that's quite intimidating. Like, someone with that many millions of subscribers and stuff is going to be intimidating, especially when they're just staring you out the whole party. I'm not gonna lie, it did kind of make me uncomfortable, just because like, what was he staring at? Like, was I doing something? Did he know who I was? Obviously at the time I wasn't crazy big. Like, I don't think I'm crazy big on YouTube now, but I had a little bit of a following. I think I had just over 100k followers on Instagram. So I was just thinking like, he could have seen some of my videos, he could know who I am. Like, it's not like a lot of people tend to know who I am. I think I have quite a familiar face. I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, I basically ended up getting super drunk at this party, and you're probably thinking, but you're not 21. How did you even end up drinking at a party in LA? I had a lot of older friends, and believe it or not, a lot of older YouTubers who are over the age of 21 ended up buying me drinks. Now, I don't really know how to say this without sounding cocky, but a lot of celeb YouTubers, let's say, have been sliding into my DMs, and they always have, and they sometimes still do. The reason for this is because I attend these events in different countries, and they see me and they speak to me, and then we just get talking. If I told you some of the people that I had been speaking to, I don't even think you guys would believe me. Like, these people have millions of followers on Instagram. It's all pretty interesting, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I keep a lot of that stuff private, and the reason I keep that private is because it's actually no one else's business apart from mine. If I think anything can go further, like friendship, etc, etc, I'm gonna keep talking, and I'm not gonna tell people, I'm not gonna make videos about it. Like, why would I put myself down and do that? Like, I'm not gonna ruin potential relationships with me and other YouTubers just to get clout, you know what I mean? And I know some of you are thinking, but that's what you're doing right now, but this is something that I actually wanna speak about, and I just wanna get my story out there, considering everyone's coming out about this James Charles thing. I'm gonna tell you my story. So as I'm saying, I'm super drunk at this party, and I obviously had the confidence to go up to James Charles and speak to him and ask him why he was actually staring at me the whole night. I would never ever have done this sober. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a pussy sober, but like, get me a few drinks and I'm literally a different person. I go over to him, and at this point he was also with Emma frickin' Chamberlain. So I walk over to James Charles and I'm like, hey, what's up? My name's Carmi, nice to meet you. And James is in shock. Like, his face like goes like, like that, like, and I was thinking, frick, have I actually just ruined my chances of ever being friends with them? And then he goes, hi, I'm James. We ended up speaking for about 30 minutes, and this is where it gets juicy. So me and James are speaking, and we end up exchanging numbers, and he gets my Instagram, and he gets my Twitter. The one thing I did find kind of weird was, like, he asked for my number, and then suddenly asked for my Twitter and Instagram, and I was like, that's kind of crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, I was obviously super gassed that he asked to follow me that quickly. I just thought he was being friendly. Like, I didn't think anything of this. I thought, like, wow, like, I'm literally about to be friends with James Charles. It's gonna be so lit. And then I guess it just goes, like, downhill from there. And this is, it makes me feel shit because I genuinely feel like I shouldn't be speaking about this, but, like, to be honest, I'm involved in this situation, so why can I not speak about it? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not ever gonna speak about the stuff that we might have done or the messages we had been messaging each other, but, like, I know a lot of you will probably not believe that he followed me on my social medias. I'm gonna post the first DM he actually sent me on Instagram, because I did actually screenshot the DM when he first sent me, because obviously back then, like, I was super gassed. I was like, I can't believe he just messaged me, what the frick. And here's also proof that he follows me on Twitter, which you can actually search yourself. Like, go on my Twitter right now and you can find that he follows me. Like, I'm not lying about this stuff. So after all this happens, I ended up speaking to him at the party. We got on really well, and then that's where things started to go awkward. He obviously kept, I'm not gonna lie, like, he kept asking me, like, really weird questions. He basically was hitting me with the questions being like, so, how long have you been gay for? Like, stuff like that. I'm not actually gay, so when he asked me that, I felt really awkward, and at the time I obviously knew nothing about him liking straight guys. That wasn't a thing back then. Like, I guess it was, but they were not my intentions. I didn't know James that well. Like, I knew who he was. I watched a couple of his videos. I'm not really into beauty videos, I'm not gonna lie. And when he asked me this question, I kind of froze and was like, I, like, laughed in his face and was like, wait, are you being serious? And he's like, yeah, how long have you been gay for? And I'm like, like, I'm not actually gay. And then he hits me with the, are you sure? And I'm like, I think so. Things got very awkward after that moment. I've seen a couple videos of guys that have recently been in scandals with him. To say that I relate to them is the weirdest shit ever. Like, I would never put me with James Charles in the same sentence. Shit got awkward. I'm not gonna lie, he was very off with me, and I guess I got so awkward that I said, I don't know if I'm into guys. I had never tried anything with guys. Like, how am I even supposed to know? It felt like he was reading a script of, like, why all straight men can be gay. Shit confused the frick out of me. I've never actually met someone so upfront, and it made me super uncomfortable. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of gay friends, and not one of them, actually, they have tried it on with me, but, like, after, I'm like, bruh, stop. Like, that's weird, you're my friend, stop. They've instantly stopped. With James, I felt like, I don't know, I can't explain. I just don't know how to explain the feeling I felt then. I feel shit speaking about this because it feels like I'm bitching about him and I'm, like, making up, like, stuff, but, like, I'm just telling facts, and this is my side of it. I'm just not gonna feel bad. I'm just gonna keep carrying on with the story. It's so weird to speak about, and it makes me super uncomfortable, like, going back into that situation. It's just funny to me because I know that none of you watching that are subscribed to me would ever, like, think that I was in contact with James, and I know there's gonna be so many freaking comments about it. But then after all of that happened, I met up with my friends and I told them what happened, and their reactions were very interesting. They all they wanted me to date him, and that made it even worse. The reason I never actually saw him again was because I stopped speaking to him after a while because I was like, this isn't for me. I don't want to feel like I'm leading someone on, and obviously I was back in London and he's back in LA. But I just knew if I ended up flying out, something would have happened between me and him, like, for sure, because I'm pretty sure I would have had to stay at his, and I don't even want to think about it. It makes me so uncomfortable to think about, and yeah, that's just not what I want to be doing. But yeah, all I can really say is everything I've been hearing about James and everyone opening up about it, like, it really does make sense to me. I don't know, I can't put it into words how I feel right now. I do just feel a bit shit. He was a friend, or maybe something more than a friend, like, I don't know. It's such an uncomfortable situation. And yeah, I guess that's it for the video. I just wanted to tell you guys my experience with dating him. I don't know if there was any need for this video, but, like, why not? Like, why would I not, like, make a video on it, you feel? I don't really know what else to say. I hope you enjoyed my side of the story, and yeah, that's basically it. I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you in my next video. Peace out, homies. Bye.